it's Thursday night, right? It is Thursday night. I think it's Thursday night. Last time I checked, it was Thursday night. So we're going to go into that assumption, and we're going to have a quiz show tonight. We'll see how it goes. It might be awesome. It might not be. First things first, I guess we should play the intro. Hi. It's good to see everybody. It's a total lie. I can't see anybody. It's just me. I'm staring at myself. And that feels weird and mystic. Anyway, myself being Josh Olive, Haven Comics, the best comic book store on Slaughter Road in Madison, Alabama, by far. Speaking of things that are the best, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my co-host, Mr. Jeremy Long. See what I did? Jeremy Long is not my co-host. Jeremy Long is a sucker. He's not even watching right now, and he should feel ashamed of himself. Same thing for Steve Hinton. Where is he? All the people who aren't watching right now, what's their deal? I don't know. Somebody stop me. Put an end to this madness.
Are you making fun of me with your tone?
Would I do that?
I was playing Cranium this weekend, and for the first time in my life, someone told me that I hum in monotone. What am I going to do about it? I don't know. How am I supposed to fix it? Don't make fun of me. Oh, man.
That's a curious thing. I've never heard anybody accused of such a thing before.
Right?
Yeah, how do you deal with that?
I just trudge along. How are you?
So how are things, man? Yeah.
Huh?
I was going to answer your question. Theoretically, we're this much closer to having a kitchen. It's only been five months and a week or so.
You need to just give up at this point.
I tell you, it's rough. Like, where the heck is my kitchen? I just want... And then they put in a 12-hour day yesterday. They'd disappear for 3 weeks, and then they put in a 12-hour day, and then they disappear for 3 weeks. So it's really weird. But yesterday, the electrician came in, and he messed up my brand new wall. Chomped a hole in it. And then he messed up the ceiling where he was putting the light, and he just was poking holes into the ceiling, my brand new ceiling. What are you doing? Why? So I'm very disappointed in him.
The price cam's letting me know. I never sent her a link. Let me check, because we're live and we need the price cam to be part of the show.
We definitely do, because the price cam is awesome.
Your kitchen is coming along. They're making sure it doesn't feel too new. They're breaking it in for you. And, small realtor factoid, that's what it's like with new construction, too. And you go in from time to time, and one service person has totally wrecked what another service person did. That's just the game. That's how it works.
It's super awesome. And we have a general contractor who should be managing this whole thing, but instead my wife is managing everything because the general contractor is just collecting money. And that seems to be his entire role here. So that's super frustrating. I'm not frustrated, really, I swear. Totally not. We got a lot of people who are where's my price cam? People wanting the price cam. Dude out in Nebraska, Mr. Blue Hellion, he needs the prize cam. Everybody's here for the prize cam, man. We are just ancillary.
That's how it feels in my life, for sure. I get invited to stuff because the prize cam comes along.
Hey, Jackie. Alan Breedlove's in the house. Tots is here. What's happening, Tots? How you doing, sir?
What is a jerwad?
I do not know. Someone inform us of this, if you can do so in a family-friendly manner. Jeffrey Middleton is also here. We've got the Middleton Clan, and that is awesome. because they're cool. I will say, Middleton's, you were brought up as a topic of conversation at the store on Saturday because we were discussing Halloween and costume party type things. And the first thing out of people's mouths was, I bet the Middletons are going to have a killer couple's costume. And I thought, that's probably true. That seems to be the case. That's how they roll, and that's awesome. So yeah, apparently a jerwad is actually just a jerkwad with a silent K.
I thought he was saying Jeremy Wad. So
that's very narcissistic of you.
Hey, it was Jerwad. I mean, like the K makes me reconsider all my life choices, but just the Jer before.
Hey, Ashley, how are you? I hope things are awesome. And yes, the dynamic duo is here. Hallelujah, hallelujah. That's
I think
awesome.
she's talking about her and Owen.
I assumed as much. I didn't think she was talking about us.
Oh.
Did you?
Only when you started doing Hallelujah.
Oh, well, I mean, I just really like Owen and Ashley. I think they're awesome.
Me too.
I was happy to see that they're here. So tell me something happy from your week, man.
I spent the week in Florida on the beach with some dear friends. Had a really great time. One of the more relaxing days of my life.
Whoa, hang on.
What is this?
Wow. That's awesome. How much of the labor are you actually going to do, Jay? Totally being a jerk.
And which one of us?
Congratulations, man. That's awesome. We are super happy for you. Thank you for checking in with us, but you should totally be paying attention to your wife.
Yeah. Let us know later which one of us you decided to name it after. So.
Oh, they could do both. I mean, why not?
Joe Jared.
It's like J. Jonah Jameson. It could be J.J. Thornton.
I have a brother named Josh. We were always Josh and Jeremy. So, they could save one name for the next time.
Hey, look, Kim is happy because she's getting a future patient. She's like, yeah, keep having those kids because I'm a kid doctor. That's awesome. Well played.
Well, we have a special
I'm still showing up as. Hang on, Todd's calling me out. Am I still showing up funky? Because I was having trouble earlier with my sound.
On this end, you're not really that funky. You just got a slight crackle. It's like it's just a little character.
Is it a character or a character flaw?
I mean, it's like it's character. It just adds to your general persona.
No, I'm only a moderately funky monkey.
I think so. We have a special comics boy tonight, and we are very excited to talk to him. Well, he must be in a different time zone or something because we're still waiting.
Yeah.
So I want to let everybody in on what's going on our end. If anybody feels like, stepping up, if in the next 5 minutes, I don't know, we need somebody, just let us know, send us a message. But we're hoping against hope he shows up in a minute. So
I hope he does. I laid out the schedule and sent him everything, so hopefully he joins us because he's a really big guest. I've really been looking forward to talking to him.
Maybe his wife's having a baby.
That could be. I don't know. I do have a question. Have any of you guys read anything about a comic book called Hellion Says He Can Do It? He's our first guy from Nebraska. Have you guys heard about his upcoming comic called What's the Furthest Place from Here?
The Furthest Place from Here. I'm going to Google that real quick.
That's the name of his new comic. What's the Furthest Place from Here? It says the end of the world is only the beginning. And it's a post-apocalyptic punk rock saga. But this same guy, Matthew Rosenberg is the writer's name. He is also writing DC versus Vampires with Tom Taylor. So you know that's going to be awesome.
It comes with the soundtrack? What's the Furthest Place from Here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I told you it's a punk rock saga. I wasn't joking.
Oh, I want this so bad.
Well,
have you ordered this yet?
FOC for that book is this Sunday.
Oh, I want on this book. All right, guys, I'm downloading the images. I'm going to put them up here real quick. 2 seconds.
But like I said, he's also writing DC versus Vampires with Tom Taylor. He's also writing Task Force Z for DC. He's currently writing the Joker Puzzle Box Limit series. He just wrote a Grifter story, Batman Urban Legends. He wrote by far the coolest Wolverine story I have read in a long, long time for Wolverine Black, White, and Blood. He wrote Hawkeye Freefall. He wrote Strike Force. He wrote Force Works 2020. Matthew Rosenberg, great writer. We posted a video from him yesterday for the store telling people, hey, you should maybe order your comic Haven for What's the Furthest Place from Here.
I want this. This looks awesome. That's right up my alley.
Do you want me to order you one with the soundtrack as well?
Yeah, I do. That's cool. I know that they recently did the soundtrack for
Dark Knight Death Metal.
Yeah, and I mean I'm not a death metal guy, so I kind of passed on that one. But that's such a cool idea. I'd have to dig it out, but I've got you remember the old ones where they had someone reading the comic along with you? The Fantastic Four.
Turn the page. Yeah, I remember those.
I got those, and they're just cool. So I love throwing those on my record player. But I'm excited about
Zach Bringman had a question about the Makers rummage sale that's happening this Saturday. The Makers Guild in Huntsville, they've got a laser printer and they've got a bunch of tools and equipment and things. And you can come in and you can build things. You can make things. And build a big rummage sale most years down in the Five Points area over off Andrew Jackson near their building. That you can find anything over there. I mean, there are people coming out to sell all manner of things. It's pretty awesome. So what you need to do is go by there early in the morning and then come to Haven and show us all the sweet loot you got and then buy a bunch of comics.
Circling back here to that book, I went on with the vinyl, and I'm seeing some other people say that they want to get on it. Send us a message. It's hard to keep up with messages on this while we're doing the show. So just shoot us all a message, and we'll make sure that Josh does his what are you, Funky Monkey now? Typing thing, the monkey on a keyboard thing after this, and we'll get everybody that book because that looks stellar. So just checking back in, it looks like Mr. Middleton has asked a question. Since we're killing time, what about that chip challenge? And it says Jeremy's just trying to get a hold of a chip. So we do have an update on that. We are doing this one chip challenge for Kids to Love. So we are going to raise some money for them to, Josh, fill me in a little bit. So we're getting the money for school supplies. We're getting the money for...
well, it's for whatever they need it for. Kids to Love is an awesome charity that supports kids in the foster program. They're located on Castle Drive, right behind Haven. So they are just a hop, skip, and a jump from us. They're not even a hop, skip, and a jump. They're just like a hop. really, really cool folks. In addition to various food items and things they have on stock, they have like a whole little Walmart thing. Because a lot of times you don't know that you're going to be getting a foster child. You have maybe hours before they call and say, hey, we have a kid that needs to be placed somewhere. Can you take this kid? And you don't know if it's a 12-year-old or 2-year-old. And so they have this whole store that you can come into and you can pick stuff out. The kid can pick stuff out so that they have something that's theirs, and so that you have things that are appropriate for that kid and their age for clothes or food items or whatever. They also do training and stuff there for kids in the foster. As those kids turn 18, they get cut loose. If they don't have another option, they're just like sent forth into the world. Here you go, which is a pretty rough thing to do. So they have a robotics training program there. They teach them how to do soldering and certification programs. They're not just like, oh no, I kind of know how to do it. These are certification programs so that these kids have good potential jobs in the workforce, doing work that needs done, and that they can make a good living. It's an awesome charity, but it takes a lot of money to run. And so the more that we can help support them, the better.
Hey, since we're closing in on 7:20, let's send Blue Hellion that code. Let's get him on, and we'll adjust if we need to adjust. And maybe Rosenberg comes on another time. Maybe he comes on tonight. Maybe we have 2 guests. Maybe we redo the whole show right after. So we'll see how it goes.
Owen, get cracking on some other questions.
And so the thing about
I am. You talk while together to send to Blue Hellion here.
The thing about this one chip challenge too. So I have done a tad bit more research about what this is, and I am not quite as what's the word I'm looking for? Brazen as I was last time we talked about it. I am just a tiny bit afraid. That being said, I love that, foster kids could have backpacks and stuff. I'm super excited for that. So I'm going to let you guys see me in mind-bending, totally soul-melting pain. But we are going to raise $500 to give to Kids to Love, and then I'm going to eat this brutal chip. I want to do it on the show. I want to do it in front of you guys. I'm going to set my camera up away from me, and I'm going to have just the bare minimum of things to put my insanely melting tongue out. I eat Packy chips for fun. I like them. They're good. So I'm excited about this. But also, this has got something I've never heard of called scorpion pepper. So, get ready to watch me die. I know we can raise $500. If everybody that watches the show does like a couple of dollars, then we'll get it in a heartbeat. So I'm stoked about that.
They only do a couple of dollars. We'll make like, if they only do a couple of dollars, we'll make like $50. So we need more than just the folks that watch the show. But we need everybody to be generous and step up to benefit Kids to Love by watching Jeremy suffer. That's a win-win if I ever heard one.
Oh, my heart. Okay, so we're gonna get a little fundraiser link going, and we're gonna get that out to everybody. Also, Jeffrey Middleton, he volunteered to find the chip to make me die, and Tots
wants to do this with you. He wants to do it as well.
Tots just wants to
have a Blue Hellion in the house.
Right on. Tots just wants to get in there and die with me. Apparently, Tots does this every year. The Pocky One Chip Challenge pops up every year, and they make Scorpion isn't that bad. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, so he does it every year, and he wants to just do it with me. It's gonna teach me how to, stomach the pain, and we'll get there. Why settle for 500? Let's do it. Well, 500's good. If we get to 1,000, we get to 1,000. But
if we get to 1,000, then he has to rub it in his eyes. I think that's.
Don't tell people that. They'll believe that. They'll ask me to do it. Not. So.
Nah.
I did the what is it? I did the Hot Ones challenge without taking a sip of anything until we were like done. and I can vouch for that. Got it on camera. I'm not going to show anybody, but it happened. I can do this. You guys can watch, and it's going to be live, so I can't even cuss. Can't even let the curse words out. So it's going to be great.
Damon Hawk in the house. Hey, Damon. We do not have our guest currently. Don't know what's going on there. So we are springing with a surprise guest. It was a surprise to him. It's a surprise to us. It is the one only Mr. Blue Hellion himself, Dan Eckery from Nebraska.
Hey, Dan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jeremy. Josh Olive, how you doing, sir?
Doing good, man. How are you? I see you got the Power Ranger shirt rocking.
Yeah, wound up finding that at the Goodwill for only $1.50.
Oh, that's not a bad deal.
Alan, I'm going to hold you to that.
You
we get to $1,500
cool?
you're into.
Yeah.
I just got this back from CBCS. Hey, embiggen me, will you, Jeremy?
Consider yourself larger than life. There you go.
All right. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 25, the Scott Koblish variant. You see the yellow label. You see it's a wraparound cover, so it's just covered in Power Rangers of every sort and stripe. And it is signed by Scott Koblish, Catherine Sutherland, David Fielding, Karen Ashley, Walter Jones, Austin St. John, Jason David Frank. That's a lot of signatures.
Ooh. You know, I think you would make Dustin very jealous with that.
Yeah, it might. I don't know. You know the kind of moods that Dustin of Two Brothers Comics has been in lately. You never know. He might be excited or he might just be, over it.
Hey, so,
You never know.
Dan, who are you? What are you? How are you? Tell us about yourself. And then we got to jump into questions because we ate a lot of time up here. So
I'm a human.
We're not going to get all the time, but say again?
I'm a human on the planet Earth. And I live in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay.
And I currently have been collecting for about 2 years at this point.
What are your favorite books? What are you into?
Well, over the 2 years, I've been collecting everything from like Power Rangers to Venom, X-Men, and a lot of other basically the Bat Family type comics as of recent months.
Right on.
Batman fan? I feel you. Oh!
Hey, you got to rep somehow, right?
That's right. That's right. So I'll tell you, we tailored these questions for Matt Rosenberg.
Yeah.
So some of them are going to be pretty tricky.
Yeah.
And quite possibly not up belly at all. But we'll see what happens.
Hey, I figure as long as we can entertain the people and the masses, let's go with it.
I think that's correct. And I think that we should check in with... you have to ask your weird question, Jeremy.
I don't have one off the top of my head. So let's go with, if you could tell us one secret, something nobody else knows, what would it be? Dig deep.
Make sure the statute of limitations is up before you admit anything.
Hey, looks like Owen is rewriting some of the questions now because some of them were a little unfair. They were based on the knowledge you would need to have to be a professional Marvel and or DC writer. So we're tweaking them just a little bit for everyone.
I'd probably say
back to you. What are all your secrets?
I'd probably say that overall, I'm a mild-mannered man with a fiery temper when he gets passionate about something. Mm-hmm. But I don't become a loose cannon like certain individuals that we know on a different YouTube channel. But
Are you talking arson, or what's your poison?
Don't admit to that.
Let's just say, basically I hold it all in until I basically have a verbal blow up.
Okay.
Like Dustin. I got you.
I wish Dustin was here to defend himself. Dustin, if you're here, we'll send you the code too, so you can get on and have a verbal blow up. All right.
Dustin could come on and walk you through exactly what will happen to your body as you are going through the stages of this chip.
Yeah.
He's already going to do that for another channel.
I watched Dustin do it. Dustin had one stage. It was smell the chip and throw up. So I'm gonna do better than that. That's my one goal, is to not throw up on camera. To not let anything drool off of me on camera.
Justin, I think you know the signed Power Rangers book is not a prize. No. That was just shown.
So it's a prize for me if I win, right?
If you get every single one of them right, then we'll play for a bonus question. We'll go there. We'll go that direction. Stay on your toes. Let's cut to the prize cam.
Yeah, let's do it.
So these are the prizes we're going to have. As you can see, we've got some of our fan favorites. We've got our comics. We've got some other prizes. That's it. I'm just kidding. So we've got stickers. We've got the gelatinous feely things. We have got a pouch by Christine May. Love her to death. Why isn't she on the show? You can get her. Then we've got some comics by Rosenberg. We were going to show some of those guys off. We've got Doomsday Clock, the entire book, the big hardcover book. That's you take a bite out of that, nothing's going to happen. Prize cam's letting you know. That's like a piece of brick. Then we've got a comic cloak by our good friend Andrew Louie. We've got...
I see Moon Knight back there.
Yes, you do. Because I drew.
Look at Moon Knight.
Are you mad that you can't win it?
Yes.
I was proud of that one.
Beautiful.
I want you to know, I am kind of running out of steam. I don't have a whole lot of blank covers left. I just ordered 10 crossover ones, so I can kind of do whatever I want. So that was, again, done with my daughter's markers. So just throwing myself out there, doing whatever I need to do. My mom says, am I the only person that doesn't want Jeremy to suffer? No, Mom. Also, the prize cam has told me not to do it. She has asked and asked and asked that I back out, and the prize cam is going to be disappointed once again by my behavior. So, and then we've got Gen 13 Ordinary Heroes, signed by Adam Hughes. I remember one time I was talking about Gen 13, and I said Adam Hughes did it, and everybody was like, "You're an idiot." It turns out I am, but not about that. All right.
Well, he didn't do Gen 13. He did Gen 13 Ordinary Heroes. The original Gen 13 was J. Scott Campbell.
Yes, Jason Scott Campbell, the man, the myth, the legend. Also, hey, I mean, horseshoes, right? Okay, so we are getting into it. We're starting the show just a touch late, so Dan, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna tag your name here because I haven't had the pleasure yet. And this will mean by the end of the show we're gonna be friends because I'm gonna say your name over and over, and that's gonna in my brain say, I know this guy, and in your brain you're gonna say I know you. So it's the science. Okay, so let's get into it with this video. This next prize, we're playing for the Haven Comic stickers and my little demon guy sticker and this. I'm going to call this a comic book backing board. I made them intentionally the same size. It was my good friend Alan Breedlove told me that he takes some of my drawings and puts them on the backing boards, makes them feel special, just dresses them up for a special night out. And so that's what this is. And then we are going to play our very first question for these special prizes now. What fictional character who debuted in 1969 and is sometimes called America's James Bond heavily inspired the creation of the Punisher and his background? Dang, this is like a real question.
Yeah, if it helps, I didn't know this one.
I've never heard of this. This was written for someone who writes for the Punisher for Marvel Comics. Dan, I'm so sorry.
Hey,
sorry we threw you into this pit.
Hey, like I said, entertainment for the crowd. I'd probably throw out the guess of Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda is a good guess. I'm going to have to say that's wrong this time. We don't have anybody in the audience who's got it yet. So I'll give you guys another minute. You get that Google machine running. Not Teddy Roosevelt.
I do like some answers we've gotten so far. Brian, Saint, American Flag, Indiana Jones. I love it.
I think somebody said me. That's a pretty flattering answer, Zach. I'm going to shoot you a demon sticker for that. Thank you, because my ego needed it. Let's see. Can we repeat the question? Yes. Let's see. What fictional character, boom, point number one, debuted in 1969 and is sometimes called America's James Bond? He was heavily inspired as the creation, he heavily inspired the creation of the Punisher and his background. Let me get a picture of this because I've never heard of this dude. Let's slap it up here so everybody knows. It was not Peter Gunn. Pretty good.
I had never heard of this guy before in my life. I had no idea.
This was a good one.
George Washington's. That's awesome.
All right, let's call it on this one, I think, because, and I think Owen did a great job for someone who didn't show up. I mean, Dan, we're hitting you with some serious stuff. Josh, do you mind if I throw the answer out there?
No, go for it.
Okay, it is Mac Bolan, the Executioner. This is him in War Against the Mafia. So, very Punisher-esque.
I was going to say, that totally looks like something Punisher would do.
Yeah.
You are not wrong, Ryan. You're not wrong. That heck of a...
Guys, that was the softball. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Dan, you ready for number 2?
Sure.
Okay, let's see if this one's a little more in our wheelhouse.
Anyone ready for this?
Y'all
ready
really?
for this? All right.
Wait.
Are you familiar with the
Tots
movie?
said his nickname. Hold on.
What?
Tots, did you know that? You crazy person. How did you know that? Where is it? Where's Tots' answer? If Tots knew that, I'm going to give him 2 stickers. Where is he?
Is that Executioner? Is that what he said up there?
Did he?
Tots said Executioner. Yeah. He also said George Washington's.
Okay.
Which is, that made me laugh.
We'll give him Executioner. So Tots won the stickers. And I'm going to give him a bonus sticker. It's going to be a child sticker. Because I got some extra ones. But you'll laugh. It'll be fun. He looked it up. Don't tell us that. Let us think you're a special comics boy too. All right, Dan, you ready for number 2?
Ready when you are.
All right, here's what you're going to win.
Alrighty.
You're going to win some gelatinous Feely things. You're going to win Christine May's amazing bag. Oh, man.
Ooh.
Maybe you'll win Ghost Rider. And
Put Ghost Rider up on the mantle there.
Man. Okay. All you got to do to win those is answer question number 2.
Number 2.
Josh is not back, so I'm going to go ahead and do the honors. What was the one stipulation that George Lucas required from Mel Brooks in order to make Spaceballs? Josh, when you were out, I just went ahead and read the question.
If I remember correctly, the stipulation was to do a sequel.
Not to do a sequel?
Not to do a sequel.
Okay. We do have a right answer here.
That's smart.
It's no merchandising because he didn't want anything to compete. I mean, the parody, it's fun, but if there are 2 Darth Vader toys and one of them was just a little shorter, you know.
With a bigger helmet.
All right. So our good friend from the Blurred Syndicate is going to join us tonight. It's Wyatt.
Did you say who got the correct answer?
Oh, we did. It was Justin. Yeah, I threw it up on the screen. Sorry if I didn't shout it out.
You may have. I'm having all kind of technical issues all of a sudden. I don't know what's on here.
We still love you, man. Wyatt, how are you?
I am great today. It is almost Friday, and just enjoying the day so far. How about you guys?
I'm doing great. Dan, did we ask you? I feel like I didn't get to know Dan. Dan, how are you?
So, Blurred, Jeremy has treated me really bad so far.
I've seen it, man. Don't worry, I'm here to save you, so that you don't have to worry about it. So Dan, I got a question for you just to get to know you. So do you have a favorite, like because they got so many iterations of Power Rangers? Do you have a favorite Power Rangers iteration?
Oh, well, overall, it was pretty much everything from the original Power Rangers in 93 up till about 97 when they did Power Rangers Turbo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much my main focus of interest.
That's awesome. So yeah, I now that because they have so many of them, they make them now, so they've been going for almost 30 years, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
And even even back in Japan, they actually have it going longer than that. So it's like Super Sentai is what they call it, and so it's crazy that they're able to do that. But yeah, I just I wanted to find out what your fancy was. Did you have everybody liked Tommy though? So were you a Tommy person as well?
Oh, well, I love Tommy, don't get me wrong, and he's probably my absolute favorite Power Ranger, but I also was a big fan of Jason also.
Yeah, so he was really awesome too, especially when he came back as the Gold Ranger that one time. So, all right, so I got a question, and
what are we playing for?
We're playing for the mouse pad. We got a wristband that says you're with the BS, and we have some Elder Dice. So yeah. So do you like country music?
I love all music, so.
Okay. All right, well, hopefully this one will work out for you. So what country music Hall of Famer narrated the 1973 Disney animated film Robin Hood?
What was the title of the work?
Yeah, so Yeah. So what country music Hall of Famer narrated the 1973 Disney animated film Robin Hood?
Robin Hood. For some reason, the name Hank Williams is popping to mind. But I swear that's not the right answer.
Hank Williams?
Yeah, that's why I said, but I don't think that's the right answer.
Well, it's not this time. It's not the correct answer. It's Roger Miller.
Oh, shoot.
Don't ask me what he sings or anything like that. Country is not my thing.
Oh, I've heard the name Roger Milton before.
Roger Miller sings a ton of cool stuff. Also, he was the voice of the rooster on the Robin Hood cartoon.
Awesome.
Disney's Robin Hood cartoon back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Did he narrate it as the rooster?
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so Wyatt, we're contractually obligated to play this video. That video kills me. It's so cool.
Okay, great. So I forgot because I'm doing a giveaway myself. So next Thursday, I am giving away 2 tickets to James Bond's, A Time to Kill. So all you have to do is just follow the Blur Syndicate, and just on the picture below, it will go ahead and tell you, just comment your favorite spy movie. So it doesn't have to necessarily be James Bond. It doesn't have to be. It can be any spy movie. So
all you got to do is go to Join the BS on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Right up there, facebook.com/join the BS.
There is a post that just says movie giveaway, and it's a James Bond poster. And you just comment below what's your favorite spy movie. So it could be a Mission Impossible movie, James Bond, anything. So even
if I share that, do you see the comments on mine?
Yeah. So as long as you share it, I can because I have it hashtagged in a certain way, so that so that I can just look at everybody who shared it. So then I can be able to find it, so that everybody can get their, get the love.
Right on. If you follow me, if we're friends on Facebook, I just shared it. Go back to Blurred Syndicate, follow them, check out what Wyatt's doing, because I feel like he always shows up here to let us know that he's giving away something awesome. And check out some of their videos, because they do a great job.
Yep. The next video that we're doing is going to be a review of the Star Wars Visions. So it took about 7 of the different anime companies, that production companies, and they actually did their own spin on different anime stories. They're just 15-minute shorts. So they're really, really good from what I watched, and we'll just talk about it now. So just join the BS. So.
All right. Wyatt, we will see you soon. Always happy to have you on the show. We do need to say it was actually the one true Zachary that picked that up. It was Roger Miller. And he said those dice are cool, so I'm glad he had an opportunity to pick those up.
All right. We're glad to have you, man. All right.
Thank you, Wyatt.
See you guys next week.
Awesome. Talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you later.
Always good to see you, Wyatt.
All right, man.
Thank you for the question, Wyatt.
No problem, man. I hope you're going to get some of them. I promise.
Hey, I promise you that I'll try.
All right, man. I believe in you.
Wyatt is like the good luck angel.
He's got nothing but positive vibes. That's for sure.
I know. He totally does.
He seems like an awesome guy.
He is absolutely an awesome dude.
We are playing for one of Rosenberg's variants, Hawkeye Freefall. Rosenberg is a writer who's not on the show. So it's still a cool book. It's still a cool variant. Look forward to
It is a great book.
One day seeing Rosenberg's face. But today, Dan, you get to win this. All you got to do is answer question 4. Josh.
He's only been collecting comics for a couple of years. He may not be on this old school comic stuff, but where did Hawkeye learn how to shoot a bow and arrow? Are you familiar with Hawkeye's origin at all?
Oh, vaguely. No, didn't he learn how to shoot from his grandfather?
Possibly, but where?
Like location?
Kind of. It's a location that moves around.
Are you talking
He
like...
Yeah, he ran off and picked up with some interesting people and learned the skill of shooting a bow and arrow from some of those interesting people, or from one of those interesting people.
He was an orphan. And then he ran out from the orphanage. What did he do next? That's where he learned it.
Did he learn that on Asgard?
No, it wasn't Asgard, but it was unusual. It's not the kind of thing that that most people would think to do these days, I don't think. But when he first came out, it was still a thing that you're like, this is what I want to do. I'm mad at you, so I'm going to go do this.
They have you thinking that they would just take anybody.
They do. They totally make it sound like they would just take anybody.
We got a place for you. Come on.
Have you ever seen the old Disney movie Toby Tyler?
Not that I recall.
Yeah, he did the same thing.
All right.
It was honestly this. The origin is a little bit hazy right now, so I'm going to.
Is Asgard your final answer? That's an answer is good. We love answers.
I concede it to the masses.
Okay. I don't know how to answer this one the right way because we've got a lot of something that looks like it is probably the right answer, but also, it's tomato about what.
Right, I would absolutely say that's a case of tomato. He joined the carnival. He joined the circus. He became a carny, and he learned how to shoot a bow and arrow doing trick shots for the carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you're familiar with the character Swordmaster, but Swordmaster, also a carny, helped kind of teach him some of his stuff. So yeah, that's that origin. We had the first appearance of Hawkeye up at the store for a long time. That's a CGC 4.5, I think. It was a pretty low grade, but it was a pretty coveted book.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he learned how to shoot the bow and arrow at the carnival.
Yeah, and it was Jason Edmonds who was the first person to answer that. He's lucky he got a cool trick like that so he could go on and be an Avenger, as opposed to the whack-a-mole guy who hands out stuffed animals. You don't see the whack-a-mole guy moving on to the Avengers.
That's true. You don't.
Didn't you hear
the tattooed man? That's not a real useful skill for saving the world.
What were you saying, Dan?
Didn't you hear that the whack-a-mole guy goes by the superhero name of Holy Moly?
That was pretty good.
I dig it. I dig it.
Hey, Dan, because you stepped up out of the audience, I think it's fair that you play for the Canadian question tonight, too. I think...
I do, too.
Yeah, I think you are a representation of the audience tonight, so we love you. We're grateful. The Canadian question, you've seen the show before, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, tell us what the Canadian question is.
Basically, it's a question just for the audience and not the contestant that's on screen.
Okay, and as you guys know, you're playing for $25 at Haven Comics. As Josh said, it's the best comic book store in the whole universe. There is not another store as good. All right. For 25 American dollars to Haven Comics, the best store ever. I was there this morning. It's fun to be in. What Canadian city is known as Hollywood North?
Hollywood North?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I'll let you guys in on a secret. It's where they film a lot of stuff.
No, since you're changing things up, do you want me to give a response and then it goes to the audience, or?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you play. You play.
I figured, let you set the rules since you're the host. So.
Yeah.
Toronto?
Pretty close.
That's
Toronto
a good guess because Toronto is a very popular answer on the show.
They filmed hella stuff in Toronto. Hulk was filmed in Toronto. Suits was filmed in Toronto. All kinds of stuff is filmed in Toronto. So that's a great answer. Hollywood North. The city is second in TV production and third for feature film production in North America behind LA and New York. Smallville, Supernatural, Arrow, Riverdale, and the Twilight films were all filmed there. The right answer is going to be, I see Mr. Middleton first. Josh?
I do too.
It's Vancouver. Vancouver is Hollywood North. Okay.
Yep. I was in Vancouver in 2009, and they had a significant chunk of the city shut down for filming because they were filming the Percy Jackson movies. Speaking of which, I was just no. Let me rephrase. I don't know. I'm not the intended audience. Maybe for the intended audience, they're wonderful. But I was just in Boston a week and a half ago or so.
Did you just say a word, or did you just sneeze?
I said I was in Boston.
Boston, okay. I thought you said in Boston.
No, I was in Boston, Massachusetts.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those accents. Like Toronto is actually Toronto. There's no extra T in there.
I was in Boston.
Hey, I'm from Louisville. You don't say that word even close to how it's written. So.
No. But anyway, we had dinner one night at the oldest continuously operating pub in the United States. And we were going to go to the second oldest continuously operating pub in the United States, which is right behind it and across a little alley. But they had the whole alley shut down and had the place closed because they were filming, of all things, a sequel, lo these many years later, to Hocus Pocus. No lie.
Well, now Disney Plus is a big deal, right? So you can get away with all that kind of stuff, right?
And plus, we're about a month away from Halloween, so we're getting right into the season with that piece of trivia.
Yep, that's true. But yeah, the oldest continuously operating pub in the United States is called the Bell in Hand Tavern. It was founded by a guy who retired from being the last town crier in the city of Boston. So everybody knew him.
What is that?
And
what's a crier?
What is what? You've never heard of a town crier?
Hear ye, hear ye.
Right. It's a guy who would walk around with a bell and tell you, here's the news. Here's what's going on. The British are coming. They just raised the price of tea. Hey, there's been an insurrection over here. That guy got in trouble last night. Yeah, he would tell you the news and make announcements to the public. But he was the last town crier in Boston, and then he said, "Well, you know what? I'm going to open a pub." So he did.
So he was like the internet before
Yeah,
the
he was.
internet. The man was the literal embodiment of the internet.
Probably CNN.
Yes, I was very specific about continuously operating. That was an important term there. I also went to the oldest continuously operating hotel in the United States, which is the place that invented the Boston cream pie. So I had to have one of those.
Hey, how could you not? Did you bring any back?
No, it wouldn't have kept. It was the fanciest Boston cream pie I've ever seen in my life. Guarantee you 100%, not the way they used to make them.
But how delicious was it?
Oh, it was tasty. It was very, very nice. And I was pleased that I went and did that. It's right across the street from the place where Paul Revere is buried, where John Hancock is buried, Samuel Adams is buried. Benjamin Franklin's parents are buried there, but Benjamin Franklin himself is buried in Philadelphia. No, it was pretty awesome. Tots, I'm not even putting that up on the screen, but I see what you did there, and no, sir. No, sir. What's our prize for the next question?
Owen is literally rewriting this question as we speak because remember, these questions were written for a legitimate comic book, Marvel Comics writer, Marvel DC. So we're getting into general trivia. We're taking down the what page did this thing happen questions because Owen was ready to get this guy moving in the brain. So while he does that, let's check it out. This is Batman. Probably can't zoom in up there. Urban Legends.
Batman Urban Legends number one. And Matt Rosenberg has a Grifter story in that book, which is really, really cool. Thought I would hear that.
I haven't had a chance to check it out. Everyone say a big thank you to Owen for his on-the-fly editing. Owen kills it with his questions. And question 6, Josh, take it away.
I think you might have given Matt Rosenberg for his money tonight. He's certainly given me a run for my money. I would not
have known any of these. None.
All right. So our new question, general trivia. What Oscar-winning actor played Frankenstein's monster in the 1994 film Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
Oh. Okay. I know Peter Boyle was in Young Frankenstein as the monster.
Yes, he was. Putting on the Ritz.
Oscar winner.
You talking to me?
You must be talking to me. Nobody else here.
But but seriously, are you talking to me or are you talking to?
But no, really. I mean, are you? Oh man!
Did you ever try to milk a cat?
Oh. Man, I'm drawing a blank on his dang name.
Talk yourself through it. You got this. Think of other things he's been in.
Oh, man.
Oh, shoot. Kind of phone a friend.
Let's think of some other movies this guy's been in. You've got it.
I'm looking through some of the movies he's been in. This guy,
like I said,
not at all.
Can you milk a cat?
Okay. No, you've done a lot of mafia stuff, if I remember correctly, too.
Yeah, a lot of mafia stuff. Interesting fact about this dude, he dropped out of school when he was 15 to pursue acting.
He knew what he was doing. He probably got those 3 or 4 extra movies in there.
Probably did.
Just to throw, I'm drawing a blank on the name, but I know it's so wrong. I can't think of the name no matter what, so it goes through my head. I'll throw out Al Pacino.
Oh!
I will say this guy was in The Heat with Al Pacino.
Oh, so close. So many people would have said one of them versus the other. All right. I want to let you know my mom thinks you're doing a great job. So, obligated to tell you that it is Robert De Niro.
Oh,
Robert De Niro. So, Justin Lynch picked that book up. It is Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Justin says that he wants you to have it. He's already got it on his subscription list. He's already read it. So
I thought you might, Justin.
Either way, thank you very much.
Well, dude, a few weeks ago you won something and you donated it to somebody else on the channel. That was very generous of you. So I'm glad somebody else is doing the same for you.
Hey,
that's awesome.
Either way, support each other, guys.
That's what it's all about, man. We're all here to have a good time.
That is the point.
And make fun of Jeremy a little bit.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he talks a tough game about that one chip challenge, but we all know that he'll completely crap out on that.
No way. I just got to make Dustin look bad. That's
I
my
will
whole
say,
game.
I'm glad that you realized what you're getting into potentially, because you were so blasé. You were like, easiest thing in the world. I got this. And then you started looking in and you're like, whoa, this might burn a hole through my tongue.
So does this mean that we can call you Jeremy Packy from now on?
No. That's gonna sound different than I think it was meant to.
That's true.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have this like insane compartmentalization tool where it's going to happen to me and I'm going to be half in the moment and I'm going to be half just completely not even there. It's going to be great. So you guys are going to see me completely melt down and I'm not even going to cry. It's going to be fun. I'm not even going to completely like on screen barf and like cover my entire face in milk, Dustin. So
he totally was. You saw the unedited video that Nick sent us, right?
Yeah,
have you watched the edited video that Nick put together? Because that was hysterical. He added sound effects and stuff.
Oh, man, shoot it over to me.
He bleeped out all of his cussing and stuff. It's very funny.
Do they take out the time where Dustin was just in the bathroom retching?
I think he did, yes.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty rough.
I'll check it out. Shoot it over to me. I'd love to see it.
Just go on their channel. They've got it posted. The edited
All right,
version.
I'll do it. Okay, that's Two Brothers Comics.
Now, see, Tots says he's going to do it too. So you, Jeffrey, Middleton, and Tots can all three go through the pain.
I don't think Jeffrey's doing it. I think Jeffrey has volunteered to get me the chip so I don't have any room to back out. I said that I'm not going to emotionally. Okay, so could I afford to buy a chip for $20? Yeah, come on, of course. But can I emotionally afford it? No, it's one chip for $20. Come on, no
You're
way.
not buying the chip. You're buying the spices and that box.
Hey, Jeremy, don't disappoint a boy from Nebraska.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Gonna do it. I'm going to do it.
Their football team has given them enough disappointment right now.
Darn tootin'.
Yeah.
Justin says he wants to do it too. I'm into it.
Justin, are you out of your mind? Justin, Justin, buddy. Alan says he'll do it if we hit $1,500. Man, you guys are awesome.
Let's do it. Let's raise some money.
I'll give you all a ride to the hospital if we do $1,500.
Hey, here's my promise to you guys. I won't even go to the hospital. I'll die on the floor before I go to the hospital. So.
This is hilarious. Let's do it at the store so we can fight over the bathroom. Y'all can just stand out in the hall and we'll hose you down outside. That's just hilarious.
No one's allowed to die at Haven. Thanks for HR joining in. Oh, man.
You guys are crazy, but we love you. So, yeah, we're going to do this as a fundraiser for Kids to Love. We figure if people are going to put themselves in pain, we need to make money for somebody else. So that's the plan. So
yeah, I'll put myself in pain so those kids don't have to. So those kids can have a little bit better day.
Yep, that's awesome. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. We'll have Kim around on standby to take care of anybody. She can.
Kim was there last time I did it, just to make sure I didn't die. But that was the Hot Ones challenge. The Hot Ones challenge makes this look like the Hot Ones wasn't even spicy. This thing makes Hot Ones look like nothing. Like I was eating caramels. So I am a little afraid of this. I'm a little afraid.
See, I'm like, if somebody puts jalapeno in a chicken sandwich, I'm like, nope, can't do it.
I want somebody to do it at the store around you. I want somebody to do it around you because I feel like the smell. I feel like from your computer you can't appreciate how miserable just the smell of this chip is going to be. They advise you to wash your hands after you touch it so you don't send yourself to the hospital touching your eyes. Like, this is... I'm going to do it, though. We're going to do it. Okay. Speaking of going to do it, we have a quiz show. It's this week.
Oh, I've heard that. I've heard we have those.
This next question, it's the real estate question of the night. It's all about real estate. For this comic cloak, modern edition, made by Andrew Louie, our good friend of the show, my good friend, we are going to ask one question. You let me know. High price, Cam. You let me know if you got it. You got the right answer, you get the comic cloak. You get the wrong answer, the audience is going to pick up that comic cloak. A Nightmare on Elm Street takes place in Springwood, a fictional town. In what state? The state is real. It's a real state. There's only 50 of them, so you got a good shot at this one.
Well, the comedic answer would be denial. But I'd venture the guess of Missouri.
Missouri. Okay. It's close. Missouri's a pretty good answer. We got a lot of people saying Illinois, like a lot.
I'll tell you, Illinois was my first guess too. Not gonna lie.
Huh. Well, it's Ohio. The one true Zachary coming in hot.
Coming in hot like a pecky chip.
A lot of people saying Illinois.
Yeah. So, that's because they're thinking Springfield, Illinois, not Springwood, Ohio.
Yes,
At least that's the reason I thought of it.
Did I say Springfield? A Nightmare on Elm Street takes place in Springwood, Ohio. So, one true Zachary, you are going to pick up that comic cloak because it is Ohio.
Comic cloak.
Question 8. This was donated by Alex at the store. Super good friend. Super cool guy. Super good artist. He accidentally ordered 2 of those.
How do you accidentally order 2 of that?
I don't know. The internet, man. You just hit buttons. So this is a... Is that my face? It is. Price Cam, show them the new gift card from the
since he's down low like that, I bet he's right in kissing range for Ghost Rider.
That's the new yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Aww.
Give Ghost Rider a kiss on the head.
Yeah. Ghost Rider's not used to being around somebody hotter than him. Boosh.
Oh, bringing the heat.
Anyway, that's the new gift card for when you win money on the show. All right, question 8. Josh, give away that book.
Number 8. There was once upon a time this dude named Dracula. And in the Marvel Universe, he got the hots for an X-Men. Which of the X-Men did Dracula choose to be his bride? Let's talk through this. I know you can get to this one. Off the top of your head, do you know of any X-Men who have ever been vampires?
I'm going to venture the guess of Jean Grey.
Who wants her? She's already taken. Let's just list out the female X-Men and see who sounds good to you.
Okay, just going down the list, there's Jean Grey, Storm, Rogue, Psylocke.
Well, I'll give you a hint. You've already said the right answer. So it's one of those.
It wouldn't be Storm, would it?
It would be Storm. Yeah. Yes, it would. Yes, indeed it would.
Congrats.
It would be Storm.
Josh, does that go to Dan?
Yes, it does. He won it.
Finally, one question.
Congrats, Dan.
Storm's had a lot of stuff go on with her. She shaved her head, grew a mohawk, became a vampire. She's had a lot. She was king of the Morlocks there for a while.
I remember that. I remember the Dracula stuff.
Oh yeah, the Dracula stuff was totally bizarre.
Can I read this? When the X-Men discover Storm in the hospital with an injured jugular, Kitty guesses the truth that she is the victim of a vampire. But Storm's teammates show faith in her, and she manages to break the hypnotic hold Dracula has over her. She gets bit by a vampire and then doesn't become a vampire. She's just like, you know what? I'm too proud of myself to be a vampire. Is that what happened? Because that's a lot.
Not exactly, no. But
thank you, Justin, for saying this. I'm glad that's there.
Damon Hawk, man, we got to get you on as a guest one of these nights because that would be all kinds of fun. Also, I know Owen would dig writing questions for you. Yeah.
Who did I give my Moon Knight coming after Dracula comic to? Who was that? Is that person in this room? Because I would love a photo of that. I just took the meme of Moon Knight going after Dracula, saying that he wanted his money. Where are you, nerd? It's one of my favorite things. Speaking of...
That one was fun. That one was fun.
Moon Knight covers. Boom.
This Moon Knight cover is sick. I love it.
Thank you.
Speaking of this, has everybody been reading the new Moon Knight series? Because it is awesome.
I haven't.
Moon Knight number 3 came out last week. That's the introduction of a new character, Hunter's Moon. It has been great. The first issue was great. The second issue was awesome. And the third issue was great. I'm very pleased with this Moon Knight run so far.
That's good to hear. Moon Knight is one of those hit or miss characters. You love him because he's awesome, but also let's see how the comic's going to go. I'm excited to hear that. I might pick up that trade. All right.
Check what Alan says here. Alan is correct.
Is that hold on 2 seconds. I'm gonna.
I will tell you. Okay, he just left. So I'll just tell you, Dan. The solution that Moon Knight arrives at in the second issue to solve a problem.
I think
I'm not going to spoil it by telling you what it is, but the solution he comes to solve the problem and the way he solves the problem is awesome. It is so flippin' cool.
I just went to find my Moon Knight #1 is a very recent one, like super recent.
Yeah, #3 just came out last week.
Hold up. Okay, so hold up the interior art. I want to see it. Because I went to look for mine, and I couldn't find it. And I think it's because I threw it in the trash. So, let me see.
What's wrong with you?
What's not wrong with me? Let me see. Yeah. It's the same one. So I'm glad to hear that gets better. Because the first one, I was like, oh, man, this sucks real bad.
The art is not bad in this book at all. No.
Okay. Here's what they do with that. That's a guy who has a 3D modeling program. And so he takes 3D models and does, this or whatever. And then takes a snapshot of it and then sometimes draws over it. Most of it is drawn with a computer program that auto draws it.
That's
so
not
as soon as I
no
it
way.
is. As soon as I can, oh man, I can show you a video of it and you'll never unsee it. It'll ruin that comic for you. Yeah. So.
No.
Let me show you a video of it later. It's the best.
That bothers me. I don't like that.
Can you see it now?
No, I don't want to see it.
All right, I won't ruin it for you. HR says we can have a Moon Knight slap fight later. And
can I officiate that?
Somebody's going to have to.
Josh and I don't slap fight. Josh and I hug it out. It's Jeremy that says it all. Peter Lewis, thank you.
I haven't seen you in a bit, Peter Lewis. I hope everything is going well for you, man.
Yeah, it has been a minute. You got to text me later.
Yeah, he's had some stuff going on and moving around and things. So yeah, he's been busy.
Justin, you're right. Art is always growing. Sometimes it's bad. Sometimes that growth is bad. Sometimes it's benign. Sometimes it's not. We'll see. Okay, question 9. Get yourself a sweet Moon Knight. What was the name of the sleeveless, blonde-haired misfit that Beavis and Butthead thought was cool, despite him always taking advantage of them and beating them up?
Man, it's been so many moons ago that I've seen it.
Right.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember this character. You know what I liked about that? I was a child when I saw Beavis and Butthead. I never really cared so much for the show itself as much as I did the music videos that they would in the show watch, and then I would just watch them. So I was
basically in-show commentary on the music videos.
Yeah. As a kid, I thought that was pretty fun.
They were the original reaction videos, right?
Yeah.
I'm just throwing a name out there because I know Daria was a spinoff of it, of Beavis and Butthead. But I don't remember the blonde-haired gal's name, so I'm throwing out the name of...
Just try generic white dude name.
Yeah.
It was a white dude?
Generic white dude name, yeah, for sure.
Mike or Michael.
That's pretty good. But it was Todd. The first person I see with Todd on my end, it looks like it's comics and death metal. Josh, you see the same thing? That's Todd up. Right there. Beating up on Beavis and Butthead. Poor dudes.
Yep. Comics and death metal right out of the gate, too. I mean, like, that was in his head. He knew that right away.
Comics and death metal is Ryan Williams, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Got that. Got to double check things, brain. Ryan, congratulations.
I love all the people who started throwing generic white dude names. Chris and Theodore and Brad. I mean, that's dead right. That's absolutely correct. Oh, that's awesome. Man. All right, so we're at question 10.
You know what that means.
We need to play the video that I like.
Love it.
Gotta play that.
I feel
all right.
Now.
For question 10, we're playing for this sick Adam Hughes signed Gen 13 Ordinary Heroes cover. Looking great. Super cool cover. Love it to death. We got some cool covers coming up. I was a little mad at you when I looked at those covers that you have for the show. Because, like, the Frank Cho one, man, I wanted that. But I got to hand it away. That's love. That's love.
It's
you got
Frank Cho, man. It's awesome.
Hand it out. Right? And, like, does he sign a lot of stuff? Because I'm sure
he does not sign a lot of stuff. I actually got him to do a sketch for me years and years ago, and he was really hesitant to do it because people would take them and sell them on eBay and stuff. So he just drew me that weird little duck guy from Liberty Meadows. Speaking of which, if anybody's looking for a big run of Liberty Meadows comic to your Frank Cho, I just got in, a 30-issue run of that book.
Wow.
So if anybody needs some Liberty Meadows, which is kind of like, what if instead of Calvin and Hobbes being the story of like a 7-year-old boy, it's the story of a super hot 22 or 20-something-year-old woman? And instead of just a tiger, she's got 2 sidekicks who are animated characters. One of them's this weird little duck guy, and he drew the weird little duck guy for me. But yeah, that Frank Cho cover we have coming up here in a week or two is beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Liberty Meadows. I have only heard of this. Was this good or like?
Oh, it was great. It was extremely popular when he was doing that book. It really kind of felt like Calvin and Hobbes, but with a hot girl instead of a doofy kid.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of like when Betty Page met Calvin and Hobbes. It was interesting.
All right, Dan, this is for all the marbles. Question 10.
Question 10. What popular kids' beverage was invented in Hastings, Nebraska in 1927?
Of course, you got to go with the slogan of "Oh yeah" and call out the Kool-Aid Man.
Boom! You are correct. Kool-Aid was invented in Hastings, Nebraska by a dude named Edward Perkins. He got interested in Jell-O, the powdered mix, and persuaded his dad to carry it in the store, which he then turned into Kool-Aid.
Can we spend like... Sorry, Dan. Didn't mean to cut you off.
And also, rumor has it that with Gatorade, it originally had origins here in Nebraska too, but I don't know that for a fact.
No, Gatorade was invented by the University of Florida for their football team, and that's why it's called Gatorade, because they had the Florida Gators.
I knew that for a fact. So that it was mainly promoted there first.
Yeah, that may have been. But yeah, so you just won an awesome Adam Hughes signature. on Gen 13 book.
Congratulations. That's a good gift.
Sweet.
Hey, and also, you were a real gent tonight to step up. So
Totally.
I'm going to give you a prize pack of my own comic books that I have made. So this is the first rule of Black Magic. This is
cool.
just a little zine with, so there's like stories and accompanying art. And those are rad, I think. This is my original comic book. This is the only one that I have, well, I mean, I guess I drew all of these. But this is the only one that I have drawn because this is when I learned that drawing comic books sucks. It's so much work. It's so much work. Okay, but anyway, I drew it. And then this is my most recent one, Passion Fruit, which I wrote. So those are yours. You pick those up just for being a good sport, coming on here, getting the questions that weren't designed for you, getting those brutalized questions. Really tearing
Justin's
you up.
asking if you've got any of his prints that we can send to Dan.
You know what? I do have some Justin original stuff. I know I've got some of Justin's cards. I've got a couple of prints. Well, I'll just grab some prize, some prints and other prizes that I've got lying around. So we really appreciate you, Justin. Thanks for also chipping in and sending out some stuff your way.
Alan is asking if you can stick a copy of First Rule of Black Magic in his box because he doesn't have the cover you just showed off and he needs it.
I think we have it at the store.
I think we do. We did. I don't know if we still do.
Yeah, Alan, check at the store first. If you walk in to the left, so there's going to be the place where Josh puts all the good books that he wants people to buy, and then go over a rack, and then I'm going to be like on the third shelf down, all the way on the right. Yeah. Hey man, words. What am I supposed to know, huh? If I'm supposed to know all the words, I mean, Josh.
You mind if I go? You mind if I go fulfill this real quick? This comic.
I think you should. I'm dying to see this. He's got the blue Hellion Luchador mask.
Let's see it.
Yeah, let's see this bad
Go get
boy.
it. Bring it back.
I'm dying to see that. While he's out doing that, you guys want to see some comics that I just picked up this week?
Oh yeah. What you got?
Well, in the land of graded books, I just got books back from CBCS, and this is one of them. It graded higher than I expected, which is good because comics that we sent off for a customer, his books came back. They graded them hard, like painfully hard. But this is Adventure Comics. In big in me, will you? This is Adventure Comics number 346. This is the first comic book art or first comic book work by a very young 13-year-old Jim Shooter who sent DC a story, and they were like, cool, let's publish this. And hey, you got any more? And when he filled out his 1099, they found out how old he was. He was 13 years old. That came back a 7.5, and it's signed by Jim Shooter. So that's awesome. And that makes me happy.
Peter Lewis is asking you how much for the Liberty Meadows run. Hey, Peter, can you message us on Facebook?
Well, I'll tell you now. I mean, they're all like $3 or $4 books. So I'll put together the whole pack of them and make you a deal on them if you want. I'm happy to help make somebody's dreams come true there. And it's a very good run of Liberty Meadows. But yeah, this Jim Shooter book is super cool. It makes me happy. I got a book here on top of the stack that Jackie is going to love. Uncle Scrooge Goes to Disneyland. I love it when the animated characters go to the Disney parks. It always makes me happy because you get to take a tour of the Disney parks. This is literally like going to Disneyland in 1985. They go to all the rides that were there in 1985, and it's awesome. Makes me super happy. And it looks like we have the luchador back. The Blue Hellion himself is in the house. That's him big and Dan.
Yeah.
Look at that. Dude, you should have been wearing that the whole time because that would have freaked everybody out.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to scare little children.
Well, that Jeremy's not really a little child, just on the inside.
Hey, you're the one that said it. Heavy snap bite later, right?
Hell, we
Yeah,
got to
but
give
we're-
Jeremy a hard time every now and then. Look at that, man. That is awesome.
Very cool.
So when you go out in places that require you to wear a mask, do you wear that?
Oddly enough, I asked my boss if that was acceptable, in place of the standard like surgical masks and stuff like that. He just kind of frowned and said no.
I would have said you can wear that, but you also have to wear the other mask, and then that would have been hilarious.
Actually, I have done that a couple times just to mess with people.
Well,
You
heck
wear
yeah.
both, right?
Because that's awesome. Well, I'm showing off some comics. If you want to hang out while I do that, because I just got some really good ones in this week.
Hey, I'm willing to hang out and see what you got and be a part of the community.
Rock on. We're glad to have you, man. Yeah, the one true Zachary says, why weren't you wearing that the whole time? Everybody's like, if I had a cool luchador mask like that, I would have been wearing it. Can you embiggen me again, Jeremy?
Yes, sir. Always. While you do that, I'm going to grab something cool that I just got.
Yeah, cool. For anybody who missed it last night, Jeremy, two nights ago, whatever it was, Jeremy Long announced one of the guests who is coming to the expo next year. And this book would be relevant to that guest. I'm not going to say which guest. I'm not going to say a name, but you might want to get yourself some early Turtles books. Just saying, because that's going to be amazing. Got some G.I. Joe books that nobody but me cares about. I'm going to show this off, even though I probably shouldn't. I've told people about this book. It came out in the 90s, and Simon Bisley eventually lost his job doing covers for Marvel because he was hiding things in his art, and they finally got wise to it. So study the musculature in the back of his arms a little closer if you want to see what he was hiding in his art that got him fired.
What happened?
Simon Bisley was hiding things in his art on DC covers, and then he got fired for it when they saw it, but it was months later and it had already been published. Just the way he did some shading and things, but this came in, and so if you want to study it, you can come up to the shop on Saturday and study it. Again, something Jackie's going to enjoy. We got Herbie the Love Bug comic in. Speaking, going back to Kevin Eastman, this is an early book from Eastman and Laird at their studio, Mirage Studios, from the early 80s. This one didn't take off like the Turtles for some reason, but this is Gobbledygook.
Yep, I can see why that one didn't take off.
I mean, if you think about it, why in the world did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles take off? That makes no sense.
Because it's fun. It's fun. Gobbledygook looks like I would have to work to give a crap about it.
Sorry. Alan wants to see the G.I. Joe book. So, yeah, we got number 18. It's all good. Makes me happy. We got the Muppets Peter Pan. So if you wanted to ever see the Muppet story told as Peter Pan, we got issue number 1 of that.
That's crazy.
This is something that's going to be coming up in the show sometime soon as a prize. This is Spider-Girl number 7, signed by Clayton Henry and Sergio Cariella. So double signed Spider-Girl book. Pretty awesome.
Why are you giving away all the stuff that I would want, Josh?
Because it's awesome. We got Moon Knight number 3. Good shape. First appearance of a character called Midnight Man. Excellent book. This is from a different series, but this is G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero. This is once Image had the series that had G.I. Joe for a while. They did some good stuff with it.
That looks like a camel book.
Yeah. This is Moon Knight number 1. Newsstand copy. It's in good shape. It's not 9/8 good shape, but it's in good shape. So I'm going to probably get this one cleaned and pressed and sent off to CGC unless somebody else is itching to get their hands on that. Okay, Alan needs a G.I. Joe 18, so that's claimed. All right, you got it. Green Lantern. Green Lantern. This is the origin of John Stewart. Not a big dollar book or anything, but if you ever wanted to know John Stewart's origin, it's here. This book is just flipping awesome. Walt Disney Showcase with Mary Poppins. That is excellent. Now, this one I think Justin's probably going to be interested in. We got the Batman Returns comic book adaptation. So if you need you some Michael Keaton 1989 Batman from back in the day, it's all good. We have Web of Spider-Man. It's the first appearance of Tombstone, which people are saying is going to be a thing. So we got it. It's right here.
And you got to be a thing eventually. How many villains can they do? They're running through all of them.
Spider-Man has a bazillion of them, so it could be any of them.
Gotta...
Put that in my box. You got it, Justin. We got The Death of Superman, signed by Tom Grummett, the artist. And look at where he put that signature, man. That is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's probably going to be a prize on the show, too.
Well, Superman sucks, so I'm not sad about that one.
Hey, Kyle, Wheelchair Superhero 87 is here. Now, check this out, you guys. This is Brave and the Bold #4. This is the first time you ever see the Justice League all fighting together against the giant starfish is Brave and the Bold #28. This is Brave and the Bold #4. Robin Hood. It's excellent, and I dig it. Then we got a little stash of things like Amazing Spider-Man 365, which has the first, it's got a 5-page preview of Spider-Man 2099 in it. And so people are these days considering that to be the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. Got a good ASM 251, Hobgoblin stuff. Got this very, very, very sharp, very nice Predator #1, first print. And that may be a 9/8 right there. I'm not positive. I have to give it another look, but it might be. It's in very, very good shape. Got a Venom Lethal Protector. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not even 6, but 7 copies this dude had.
Why?
Of Venom
Are those shiny?
Protector. They're very shiny. It's a foil cover.
That's fun.
Yeah, that Venom Lethal Protector. That's 7 copies in very good shape. And that book has been doing very well lately for some reason. Also, another book that is people have been all Twitter for is X-Men #4, the first appearance of Omega Red. And then X-Men #5, the second appearance of Omega Red. People have been all hot for that. We got Amazing Spider-Man 289, the double-sized issue where they finally revealed who the Hobgoblin is. Hint, it's Ned Leeds. We've got ASM 344, the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, a.k.a. Carnage, who that's probably going to go down in value after tomorrow when that movie comes out and people realize that it's not very good. We got number 347, just a good Venom cover, doing his last poor work. And then we have this little beauty, Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage as Carnage. And then we've got 362 and 363 as well. So we've got that first little story, all those piece parts there. So yeah, this stuff all came in this week, and it's a fun little week. I bought 13 long boxes and 5 short boxes of comics on Monday, and those are now up at the store. And so if you need to dig through some comics and find something that's roughly between 1987, 88, and 1996, that's the time span that this guy was collecting for the most part. If there are any early Image or Valiant books that you're missing, they're probably in here.
So how many copies of X-Men #1 did you get then?
I think there were 7. I believe there were 7 copies of X-Men #1. There were a bunch.
That book, I mean, yeah, it was oversold. It's still, for the rest of my life, that's going to be the comic book. If you say comic book, that's where my brain goes, and it's always going to. X-Men
That's fair.
#1, Jim Lee. I got something really cool I wanted to show. Jeffrey, are you still on the show? If Jeffrey's not on the show, I can't show it. Mr. Middleton,
hang on. I thought Jackie was going to want it, but it looks like Alan wants that Mary Poppins. No, you got it.
Jeffrey might have had some last-minute legal business to tend to. That's okay. I'll save it for another day. It's super cool, and I gotta disappoint the rest of you guys. Sorry. It's Jeffrey's
now
fault.
you've teased us with it, and that's rude.
All right. Well, he's not going to go back and watch this part of the show.
That's true.
This
You'd
is
have to be
the
a
first. This is the first legal filing ever done as a comic book. So this is a legitimate legal court document that they processed as a comic book.
Oh,
How
you say
cool
legal
is that?
filing, you mean like that's a legal brief or that's a
Yes.
dissent opinion or something?
This is what
That's
they gave to
awesome.
the judge. They're like, "Here you go, judge."
What did they
our-
call it?
our course.
What is it called?
It's called Feldman and Feldman, cause number 2021-1125, Third Planet versus Crown Plaza Hotel.
Okay, that's
Plaintiff's
awesome.
third amended petition in the District Court of Harris County, Texas, 151st Judicial District. That is a
That's
real
amazing.
legal filing that
Oh,
I've
dude,
done as a comic
how
book.
did you get that and where did you get that? Because I need one.
There was a so Third Planet is a comic book store filing this case against Crown Plaza Hotel because they're a hotel right next to them, and people are just throwing junk off the
Oh,
off the
I've
roof
heard of
and
this.
whatever.
Like people throw stuff off the roof and it wrecks, or throw it out
Yeah.
of their hotel room balconies and it's wrecking
And
their
just
store.
destroy their ceiling and stuff, right?
Yeah, I read about that in the newspaper not long ago.
Mhm.
In the newspaper, I'm so old. It was like on a news thing on the internet.
Hear
It
ye,
was
hear
not
ye.
a physical paper. Hear ye,
Was it
hear
a
ye.
fire popped in Haven?
Hotel people are throwing stuff off the roof. I mean, people were throwing things like air conditioning units,
Mhm.
like, and it goes right through the roof of the building next door. And yeah, no, that's crazy. They're going to kill somebody.
Yep. So I thought that was cool. Is it a great comic book? It's a great legal filing. So, and it was
Well, that's
Christine
all
May.
you
Let
can
me know
ask.
that exists.
Yeah, that's super cool. I need to get my hands on one of those. Help them defray their legal costs by buying a copy of that. I'm all on
That's
board.
why they did it. Yeah, it was to
Yeah,
cover
I'm
their
on
legal
board.
cost.
That's awesome.
So, very cool.
That's awesome. I need to do that.
All right, guys. I have had a great experience with you. This was our first cursed show where the guest didn't show up. Typically, we got that last minute slip in from the guest, but this time we had our great friend Dan Blue Hellion pop up and say, "Not today, curse. I'm here." And,
Indeed. You are the man, Dan. Thank you so
very
much. We
grateful for you.
appreciate it.
I appreciate both of you and what you guys do for all your shop in Alabama and the overall comic community by bringing people together for good trivia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh, you are the man. Thank you, sir. And we got people in the comments saying thank you for being a pitch hitter, Dan. Thanks for jumping in, Dan. Everybody's very grateful for you. So, yeah, thank you. Much appreciated.
And thank you for everyone in the comment section for supporting me the whole time. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, we have an awesome community of great people.
Yeah. So, people won stuff.
Oh, yeah, tell
Nobody
them what
won
they
this.
want.
Yeah. Tots came back and won the stickers, and then he said he doesn't want it. Zach Brinkman, you got the demon sticker. Justin Lynch got the Christine bag and the toys. Blurred and the dice went to Tots. Hawkeye Freefall went to Jason Edmonds. Jeffrey Middleton picked up the Canadian question. Justin Lynch got Batman Urban Legends, and he kicked that over to Dan. The Comic Cloak went to Tots. Doomsday Clock went to Dan. Congratulations. Moon Knight sketch cover went to Ryan Williams. He's really racking up my sketch covers. And hey, pick up my stuff in the box. Guys, Ryan, I can go in there, look at my own sketch covers because they're just sitting there. And then Gen 13 signed went to Dan. So congratulations, and we're going to send you a little prize pack for being a pitch hitter. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, shoot us your address in the chat or to the store chat when you get a chance, Dan, and we'll shoot some stuff out to you.
Hey, either way, thank you very much, guys, for everything. Granted, I struggled on the questions, but it was definitely fun.
Dude, every one of us would have struggled with those questions.
Yeah.
Those things were murder.
I would have got none of those.
Owen was bringing the heat to a comics professional and a guy who likes punk rock tonight. So, yeah, we all would have been like treading through hip deep water trying to get to those questions. But thank you, Dan, for coming on. Thank you, Jeremy, as always. Audience, thank you guys for sticking with us through my technical difficulties, through our last-minute jump-in of one of y'all as our guest on the show. And if you're not watching this live, you're watching this later, thanks for watching it later and telling YouTube that people actually do watch these things, because I'm sure that they're really monitoring that closely. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Y'all have a great night. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to go to the Nerdy Rummage Sale if you're in Huntsville, over by the Makers Guild. That's going to be awesome. That's Saturday morning. Actually, it runs on Saturday all day, but you only want to go in the morning, get the good stuff, and then come out to Haven and show us what you got so we can be jealous, because that will happen, I guarantee. And we will see you guys here shortly. Y'all have a great night.
That was awesome.